At least, as we said, we did see scenes like this throughout the week. It was a glancing blow. This was nothing like the devastation that could have happened should the core of this sprawling and powerful storm had that moved ashore. So we did see some of the impacts. You're seeing them on the screen right there. Those will continue to lessen as the massive wind field of Erin gets farther and farther away and loses its influence on the east coast of the United States. Let's bring in Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross for more. Bryan, probably the last time you talk about this as a loosely tropical system at this point, right?
Yeah, it looks like it has kind of still a little tropical core going, though, and you can make out a flare of thunderstorms there right in the center, but the overall structure is becoming very untropical, and they'll probably declare it a non-tropical storm or so-called extratropical storm later on today. This was miraculous, you must say, that it came between North Carolina and Bermuda, a little closer to North Carolina, but this storm, as storms moving north always are, was smaller on the North Carolina side than it was on the Bermuda side, so it just fit right between that gap with only fringe effects. But a tribute to the strength and the power within the storm is right now at Ocean City, the water is more than 2 feet above normal because of the energy coming out of the hurricane, even as it's pulling away. Here, when we look close up here with the visible picture, you can make out those thunderstorms. Here they are right there, but also still has a very healthy circulation down here. And this is actually kind of cold air that's rotating around into it. Eventually, a front will form and they'll declare this to be a non-tropical system, probably this evening. So there you see where the core of energy is. Remember, we were watching this yesterday when it was just offshore of North Carolina. But look at the waves where the red is still, the energy is still spreading out. Remember, the energy in this case doesn't come from the wind, the direction of the wind. The energy comes from, like, it radiates from the core. So you have it going in all directions from the core, and it still is affecting the coast in a big way. There are coastal flood warnings and advisories all up and down the coast. And look at this down here. Let's go down and look at from the Tidewater on up the Delmarva up there to Ocean City and see where the dark greens are. Look at this up by Baltimore City up here and along the Chesapeake. And that's because the energy of the storm is pushing into the Chesapeake, not allowing the water to come down the Chesapeake. So it backs up in here, and that's why you have the flooding there. Here along the coast, they have coastal flood warnings here and also around the city of Norfolk and Virginia Beach for the sections near the coast, obviously. And then farther north, not quite as much, but look at this, out on Fire Island and also in the beaches there near New York City. Still elevated water because, again, of the energy from the storm, even though the wind is blowing from the north and blowing it offshore. The energy is still pushing the water up onto the beach. Same thing up around Narragansett Bay and Providence and on Long Island, or on Nantucket as well. So there are still residual effects. This has put a tremendous amount of energy in the Western Atlantic, and it's just going to take time for that to all settle back down. Here were our flood levels last night. You notice a bunch of them above 3 feet. The storm surge warning is 3 feet. That's the 3-foot level. So we did have some storm surge warnings, especially down in North Carolina. You see a couple in major flood stage, but I haven't heard about any major flooding. This is the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel right in the middle of Chesapeake Bay. So there's really nothing big to flood right there because the tunnel goes underneath, although they do have some structures above. So this was the hurricane. And you can really see here how it grew. The dark colors in the middle here, these are the hurricane force winds. This line right down here. So you can see how narrow it was down here by the islands, just north of the islands. And then it turned right and went up. And then it was just far enough offshore that the only places that really got the winds were right here. And then there were some gusts along here, but then up in Nantucket and maybe out on Cape Cod. But it was just a very fringe effect from this really massive, strong storm that was well offshore. The other thing that was interesting with the track, look at this. When it was, remember, it was coming along here, was speeding along, and then slowing down, and then it got here and it went really slow. Well, what happened there is it churned up the water, churned up cool water, and the water is still cool there north of Puerto Rico. Then it moved on up to the north, and this is what's left of it. Here's the track. Look at it, goes off all the way. This is Great Britain over here. That's Ireland right there. So the idea is it's going to go up and kind of make a loop here, and it may come down and affect Europe. Obviously, the wind speeds are way down over here, but still, they may very well have a taste of Erin coming up in about 7 or 8 days. All right, let's look down to the Caribbean here. We have two systems still to watch. They're both Inves, 99L and 90L, because it goes to 99, then it goes back to 90. Don't ask me why. It's like an old system that was never supposed to be public. So let's first of all, let's look at 90, because that's the one with the big numbers on it. 90% chance of development of that one, 40% of 99. So here is 90L. They estimate 30-mile-an-hour winds. And you see it's all kind of smeared out. But if you look at the wind flow, look at this. It goes up like this, and there's a good kink there. And it's in this area here where it normally develops. That's where most of the energy is. And you can see it's all kind of spread out right now. But the Hurricane Center is saying, okay, that energy right there that's developing in that core is going to move to the north. And somewhere up in here, it's going to intensify. This is probably going to end up being Tropical Storm Fernand. Fernand is the French pronunciation because it's a French name. And it probably is going to stay east of Bermuda, but they're going to have to watch it. And it could be a hurricane, but it's not bothering the U.S. It's going to stay well offshore. And down in the Caribbean, or in the tropical Atlantic, heading for the Caribbean, we have this system here. They estimate 35-mile-an-hour winds, so that's just under tropical storm strength. In this area, it has a chance. Okay, let's watch it now. We're going to take a look at the way the model portrays this. You see it's kind of a blob of moisture right now, right there. Now watch as it goes forward in time. Here we are today. Now we're going to go to tomorrow. It's heading toward the islands, and you can see that it kind of gets a little more consolidated in terms of the moisture. But it never really wraps up. And then it kind of washes out again. But a pretty healthy moisture surge coming through the islands, the Windward Islands. That's the southern Caribbean islands on Sunday. And then moving into the Caribbean, it just kind of washes out. This is according to the European model. So we don't have concerns here of something big blowing up. It's something worth watching. It's heading for the islands over the weekend. But right now it looks like it will be minimal. And after that, boy, there's just nothing showing up. It looks like Mother Nature's going to give us a break after these kind of go off the table here. And that's probably going to last into September, the way it looks right now. So cross your fingers. Although, Ian, you're talking about this big cold front coming down, and August cold fronts that come down and lodge over Florida end up in the Gulf and in the Atlantic over very warm water. So that is something that we're going to have to watch.
Yeah, Bryan, be back in Tampa Bay, staring at those things over the Gulf, and it was always uncomfortable anytime you had a boundary over that very warm water. But these are the types of things we'll be looking for. Stuff to watch in the short term, but glad, as you said, nothing imminent as far as tropical problems, and we could use that after a couple of weeks of watching Erin. That's Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross. Thank you.